It wasn't good, I'll be honest. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel via Glow. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps and I resell clothes and shit. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing like a work with me. I am currently in the process of getting all of my shipping labels because y'all know all of my inventory is located at my sister's house. So we're about to head there after I get all these labels printed. This past weekend, and just as a side note, weekend for me is Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I don't ship out Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So this is technically 3.5 days worth of sales versus just Saturday and Sundays. I would have to say that it wasn't good. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Last week was actually not a good sales week for me. I did not touch my books. I typically try to do them on Monday mornings before I head out. Just so I can kind of have an idea of how the week went. However, I just got back into town yesterday. Just a teeny bit behind. But that's not the worst thing that could possibly happen, you know? I didn't get anything on Depop, which is kind of sad. It's like the first sale in a very long time that I have to ship from FedEx. I only use FedEx for Mercari. All right, so moving on to eBay. I have 11 sales. eBay has been trying, you know. eBay has been trying. How many did we get from Poshmark? I don't think it was that good. I think eBay outperformed Poshmark this weekend. Okay, right behind it. So I got 10 on Poshmark, 11 on eBay, and 2 on Mercari. Okay, I do bulk print my labels just because I've been doing this for a very long time and I have an eye for kind of already knowing, you know, the weight for certain items. But I do think maybe in the future, I'll start making it a part of my, you know, listing process, not listing, but more so like prepping process where I would actually weigh the item, take a picture of it. But I haven't been getting any complaints. So I am going to continue to eyeball the items. Just go from there. All right, y'all, we made it. I'm running completely behind, literally like an hour. It is currently 7:47. I typically try to get over here by 7 so that I'm out by 9. Because generally on Mondays, I always put away all of my old inventory, which this is everything from last week. They're mostly in the Hulken, and then I have all of these over here. I took those out of the IKEA bag because I needed the IKEA bag. Anyways, so I am gonna just kind of play it by ear if I want to actually stay and do this, or if I don't do it today, then it's going to push me back this week because I'm generally over here for about 3 hours on Mondays because I'm pulling orders, packaging them, and then I'm putting away this and just kind of organizing whatever needs to be like organized. So if it's literally about to be 8, that means I'm going to be here till 11, and I kind of don't want that. So I need to figure it out because I also need to stop by my son's dad's house because I need to drop off AJ's iPad, and then I need to get my tags for my car because it came like last week finally. And y'all been seeing, I don't know if y'all noticed, but my tags are expired. So I need to hurry up and get those put on before I get pulled over. So I'm gonna probably just go ahead and do it because this morning I actually filmed a haul video and I have inventory, so I'm not really like desperate, like I need to go to the bins. However, I'm gonna go because what I have done, I want to say like the past month, is to just make sure that I have a day's worth of inventory prior to me actually needing to list it. So like at my house now, I think I have like 30 or 40 pieces already. And generally I do list 20 a day. I'm sure these, but my charger. These are all of my shipping labels. So it is so nice in here. Everything is so organized. All right, so I generally come up in here, and typically I would drink my coffee and listen to a podcast. I'm only listening to one at the moment. This is a Brown Girl Self-Care podcast, and I feel like when I listen to regular music, I am like hype, I'm energized and stuff like that. But on Mondays, since it's Monday and the vibe is just more chill and mellow and not really like super upbeat because I'm getting back into the swing of things, I actually prefer the podcast because it just kind of mellows me out. Like I said, I'm about to pull all the sales. It's only like 24, so it's not a lot. I did see one of the items that sold that is in the new bin, so I'm gonna go grab that one because of course it's not located anywhere. But what I generally like to do is to go ahead and grab them in order by platform and then by items. So then by the time that I go and package them, everything is essentially organized. All right, so I'm actually going to show y'all the second half of what I do when I come over here because the first half we're going to do later on today when I leave the bins. So I have two like bookmarks. Well, I have a lot of bookmarks, but I have one that's inventory and then one is system. So the system is, for this. So this is my inventory. I have brand, item, and location. Before I did have the the date, but then I recently changed it because I just didn't feel like it was needed. So I just keep it like that. Let me go back up. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. So I will Control F and I will just type in the item that sold. And like I told y'all before, I like to just go to the platform that I sold the least amount on. So right now it is Mercari because I know that my shipping labels, Mercari is going to be at the bottom of the stack. So when it's time for me to package them, these are going to be at the bottom. So I like to pull them first. So right here it is showing two sales. I got this torrid dress and then these pair of shorts that I literally just packaged up. So these was a very fast flip and I'll talk about it in a second. So what I like to do is I like to not only have it to where the brand is on its own, but I make sure that I put the color right after it. So when I am searching, when it's multiple, things from the brand, that'll help me pinpoint what I'm actually looking for, and then the rest of it will also help. So this is actually a blue dress, so that blue and white is not what I'm looking for. So this is a blue plaid maxi dress. This is definitely not plaid. Blue sleeveless, nope. Pink, blue eyelet, yep, this is the one I'm looking for. So I will just go in and highlight that one pink. And then I typically put one, that way I can be able to push all of the soles up. So 4X1, and then I will go to the 4X dresses, and I have these labels. Since it's only one, it's just easy. And then I typically would have my IKEA bag right here, and I would just throw it in there. And that's essentially how I pull my sales. And then, like I said, I just kind of go through each platform in order and get each item. Now, like I told y'all before, some items are not packaged away, and I know that those shorts that just sold are in there, so I'm going to go find them. So nothing is in like exact order, just because 3 of these were on hangers because they are jackets, and I do have them located in the closet. But the first one is actually this vintage Adidas men's like windbreaker jacket. I've actually had this one for a really long time, so I'm actually really happy to see it go. The next one is this FedEx jacket. I remember hauling this for y'all, and one of my subscribers let me know that eBay was like kind of cracking down on FedEx and like USPS clothes. So I didn't even list this one on eBay, but this one did sell on Poshmark. I probably could have, because I feel like that's where most of my like company clothes sell on, but I didn't want to risk it, so I wanted to just stay on the cautious side, and I did not list it on eBay. All right, the last one is this Adidas full zip vintage jacket situation. What's so funny is that this buyer messaged me and they just asked me what is velvet or something like that. So the spell out is like a velvet raised texture. So of course I try to add in a lot of things. I did use 𝕊𝕊𝕀𝕳𝕗, and he did tell me that he loved the 𝕊𝕊𝕀𝕳 aesthetic. So I'm assuming he searched out for that word. He found this item, and once he paid for it, because I sent out offers, he paid for it, and then he asked me what makes this vintage from the 90s. And I didn't want to be smart, but I was about to say the tag, but I think that's what I'm going to tell him. Honestly, I just know that this is not from early 2000s. This might be from the 80s. I don't even know, but I couldn't date the tag. But yeah, that was a pretty good sale. So those are all of the jackets that sold. The next one is this pair of Lands' End cargo wide leg pants. This was a size 2X. I think the size and the style is what really grabbed my attention. So that one did not take long to sell at all. So we love that. This is another piece that I recently sourced within like the past week. This is a women's J.Crew like button down preppy like sweater, very lightweight, perfect for the spring. This one is T by Talbot. Again, this was more of a size-based pickup. I did go ahead and check comps specifically for this style and size, and I believe that it was doing like over 30%. You already know I changed my percentage of items that I would pick up to 50% when it comes through the sell-through rate. I started that like in mid-February, so this was picked up before then, but this actually sold fairly quickly. I think one tip I can say if you are doing volume like me and you are a binge shopper, I think it's okay to kind of get out of the parameters that the reselling community tried to put you in, but you still want to be very, very mindful when it comes to your pricing, because you pick up an item that is saturated, kind of like that one, and you price it too high, you will price yourself out of the sale. But if you pick it up, you see where the market is, and maybe you price yours $1 or $2 under, or maybe right at it, and then you send out aggressive offers, and then you can get it to sell for a price point that you actually wanted to sell for, as well as your buyer, you know, getting a price point that they wanted to purchase it for. So I feel like that is something that does help me in my business when it comes to me picking up these like lower hanging fruit pieces, where I just will price it just a teeny tiny bit up under like market, but I won't like super undercut it. Like I won't be selling stuff that, let's say, would typically go for 30. I wouldn't sell mine for 20. Like I don't mean it by like that. I mean, like, let's say if, you know, the market is saying that it sells for all of the items that sold from that exact, you know, category or brand or whatever is between 30 to 35, I would assess my size, I would assess my style, I would assess how many of them are, you know, the same. So let's just say mine is a floral detail. All the other ones that sold were blue or black or solid colors. I know that I would price mine right up under like market at like $34.99, you know? But let's just say mine is a solid color and most of them that sold were like floral designs. I know that I would need to price mine a little bit lower. So I think everything really boils down to your price point. So even though I have a 50% like sell-through rate with the items that I want to pick up, they don't always take 6 months to sell. Some of them take a week to sell because somebody noticed the price point and they're like, oh, I got to get that. Some of them do take, you know, under 30 days to sell. So I feel like it just really all goes back to your price points. Anyways, this is a pair of J.Crew like swim bottoms. I recently sourced this one as well. These were new with tags, so we love that. This is Cloth and Stone. These were some linen wide leg pants. I think this was like my first time finding Cloth and Stone that wasn't like a lyocell or Tencel type of fabric. And with this being 100% linen, this colorway, this style, I did price that one a little bit higher than I typically do my Cloth and Stone. All right, so this is Boston Proper. This one was new with tags. I also recently sourced this, so this one didn't take long to sell. And this one is a Lilly Pulitzer women's like maxi dress. I believe this was a Target collab, and this one was definitely from 5 to 7 years ago, but the style looked like it was still like brand new and it wasn't like super outdated. So I still picked it up and I did price it a little bit higher than I would a Target collab, and it did sell for a good price point. These are another pair of bottoms. This is from a brand called Albion. I actually recently sourced these as well, and these are just like some swim bottoms. I feel like I got a whistle in my nose. This is a Moon River dress. This brand was actually sold at ℙ𝕃𝕃𝔸𝕃, so I did put that in the listing to help it kind of boost more eyes. But I could not find the stock photo, so I hated that. This one is a Loft Lemon sweater. I picked this one up due to style. It was just so stinking cute. I feel like this was perfect for this season as well. Very lightweight, but still kind of comfortable. And it had like this really pretty lemon print. So got that one. It did not take long to sell at all. This is Indigo Soul. I actually had to come home and Google Lens this to be able to find out what exactly, brand it was, because it didn't have a brand tag on it. But at the time that I picked it up, you already know like burnout velvet is really, really, really popular. So I grabbed this one because not only was it burnout velvet, it had like this embroidery to the neckline with a little sequence to it. Like it just had a lot going for it. So I did grab it. So that one did sell for a decent amount. This was more of a style-based pickup, but I did still look into the brand though. But the brand is called 𝕊𝕃𝕃𝕃𝕃. This was 100% linen. It was a brown colorway and it was a size large, so it was like a no-brainer to pick up. You already know, when I see something that has linen in it and I can see some other things that I would be able to pair into the title, I'm gonna pick it up. All right, this is Soft Surroundings. This is a really cute, like, embroidered top. I try to not only sell this to the people that like soft surroundings, but also the people that is really into like the like grungy, whimsigoth type of style. So I did use some other keywords. This one didn't go for much. And I'm just happy to get these soft surroundings pieces out, because y'all know every time y'all see me do a weekly what sold, I'm like happy that soft surroundings is kind of like going out. But I've been noticing a theme of that. It's really $15 to $20 depending on the size. So that's something that I have taken into account when I'm out there sourcing. I'm just not picking it all up anymore. I just need to reel it back in. All right, so this is a piece that I actually learned from Kayla E. Lane. I finally came across it. I think she has talked about this for years now, but it is a Old Navy flannel top. It's like a button down and it is like this orange colorway. Apparently Taylor Swift wore something similar, which was like a coat, but this same colorway. So I did have to use a certain word because I couldn't use her name. I believe it's like Evermore or something like that. Y'all have to like not be upset. I don't listen to any Taylor Swift music. The last time I remember listening to one of her songs is when I worked at Subways and they used to like play one of her album on a loop. And this was over a decade ago. So I'm just not a fan. I'm sorry.
I would not pay $20 to see Taylor Swift in person. I don't think she is that entertaining.
She's not really my cup of tea. But I was happy when I found this because mine was a size extra large. So I'm like, okay, I know I can get a decent amount for it. I recently saw Kayla E. Lane talk about this, and she was saying that they're still selling for $30 or whatever. So I priced mine at $38, hoping to get $30 for it, and it ended up happening. So that was good. This is that Spanx skirt that y'all recently saw in a haul. I did sell this for a lot lower than I would have liked, but it did have a flaw to the buttocks. It had like a lot of wear to it. So that's something that I had to learn as time went on as well, is when you have something and it has a minor flaw, just lower your price. Like don't try to still try to get, the max amount for it. All right, this was a Bolo brand. It's called Chintamani, I want to say. I actually also recently hauled this one. This one did sell for $68 if I'm not mistaken. And it's just kind of like a bohemian brand. They sell natural fibers when it comes to their clothes. So I would 100% pick it up again if I found it. And what's so crazy about it is that it was literally on a like throwback pile. So somebody had it and they just kind of had it spread out on a bin at the end of it. And I'm like, this tag looks interesting. I kind of like the texture of it. It kind of looked like it was linen. So I grabbed it. It looked like it was in excellent condition and I took it home. All right, this is a Bowden mini skirt. I did not price this high. Bowden is a brand that has completely fallen off for me. So this is a brand that I would strictly only pick up at the bins. And I priced this one low and it sold for a good amount. All right, this is that Torrid dress we found earlier. Again, I know a lot of people shit on Torrid. Torrid definitely has declined. But I think you just have to get real strategic with what you pick up. This is a maxi dress and it was a 4X, so it just felt right to go ahead and grab it. All right, this is a 𝕊𝕊 women's like top. I recently, literally in the last video, I showed y'all a 𝕊𝕊 dress that I sourced. This brand is definitely a spring brand I am like paying attention to. So this is like the 4th item that has sold from this brand within like a month. So I'm going to pick it up when I see it if it's in excellent condition. I would definitely prefer to pick up the larger sizes, but for some reason I'm only finding it in size small and medium. All right, this was a new to me brand. Definitely, I would say a Bolo brand because this sold within maybe like 15 minutes of me listing it on Mercari. So I went out of town this past weekend and I decided to take Thursday off from listing the items. So I ended up listing them on Saturday, and then Sunday on my way home from the trip, I cross-listed everything that I listed on Saturday. This was one of the pieces. I want to say, 10, 15 minutes. I received a $5 off offer, very modest. So of course I accepted it. The brand is called Unreal, and I believe it's just like a men's brand. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and package these up. It is currently 8:27. So this was a pretty quick little, finding. So I would generally just put all the clothes here, and then this is the whole thing with all of the items that I actually need to go ahead and put away. I clear it out because I'm about to package everything.
What we do here is go back.
Okay, so now that I'm done doing this, I generally just like to straighten up a little bit. For some reason, I could not find, it's literally right here. I couldn't find this, so I had to be ghetto and use these. I can't wait till I move because I've already envisioned how I plan on having like a nice little shipping station because this is ghetto. But we are done. It is currently 8:51. Okay, so what I do next is I actually like to organize all of the items by category, and then I organize them by size because y'all know my inventory system is by category and size. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That way I can kind of get an eyeball of what's going on. But I did have a potential buyer ask me about these L space like bikini bottoms. She wanted to know like the dimension. So I'm going to get back on Poshmark to see the comment. I told her that I would tell her on Monday, and I'll be honest, the only reason why I remembered is because I had to go in my swim bin to find both of those swim bottoms. Don't let anybody tell you that bottoms separately don't sell, because they do. I feel like it just needs a really good brand tie to it, but yeah, I wouldn't pick up any like, Walmart or Target brands. But when it comes to like the good stuff, I'm gonna pick it up. Like I said, I separate everything, but I have all of these and then I have all of those. So that's gonna be annoying. So the small, this is a one size. And then these are pants. Typically I will keep these separate and don't bother putting them in a wrapping because they're gonna go in their designated area. So like this top is gonna go in the one little bin that I have up in there. This is the part that I hate, when I have items that I didn't bother putting a label on. So for some reason, when I wrap this one up, it does not have a size on it. Well, the size isn't showing, so I do have to go and do a quick little look-see. Okay, so we're back in the corner. I'm actually going to show y'all just essentially what I do. I went on and packaged, well, not necessarily packaged, but organized all of these. So usually I'm not filming on a Monday, and I would use these little cubby holes. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what my view is. I do have water with me, so don't be alarmed by my red cup. It's just water. But this is what I do. So I will put all the items right here, and then I will put the second batch right up there, and then I would just type everything into my system one by one by one by one by one, just like, you know, everything that's in order. Grab everything from the cubby hold and then take it to whatever, you know, designated box it is. All right, so in this case, I'm going to start off with this item that is a one size. So I do have a special bin for one sizes. I just find that it's easier. Whoa, those are my headphones. I just find that it's so much easier to just keep everything organized by category. And since one size is not really, you know, a thing that can fit into anything, because I can't put this in a size extra small. I can't put it in a size small because my things are organized by size. So having it in its own category just really makes it easier when it's time for me to find it. Because what else could I do? I mean, if I categorize it by color, then I'd have a a thing full of purple items. But yeah. All right. So then I'm going to put the brand, and it's 𝕊𝕋𝕇𝔸𝕋. And then, like I told y'all before, I put the color. So this is purple. This is like a shawl, cashmere, cardigan, sweater. And then it's one size. So even though I have it located in the one size area, I will always put that it is one size for the event that, let's say, I can't find it in the system. I know that I can just go to the one size, and I'm going to find it by it being labeled one size, you know, in the thing. So let's go ahead and go. All right. So this is my ladies one size, and this is the tops and sweaters specifically. All right. So like I said, I just pull it out, and then I will put it in the back. Now this one is pretty stuffed. So that just means that the next time I have a one size piece, I'm going to have to create a new box. And I just been trying to not create new boxes until I move, because things will get switched around. These are two smaller racks, so they're not the same as these ones. And I want to actually go and buy more of these, and then use these for like the, you know, other things, not necessarily like my main women's tops and women's dresses. Probably use that for more of like the women's shorts and stuff that I don't really have a lot of, you know. All right, so what I do is these are all of the items that I literally just imported in. So these are all the skirts. So I just did the skirts. It's just 3 of them. And again, this is what I do. I do brand, and then I do the color, and then I kind of word vomit the rest. And I kind of keep this one blank, because what I like to do is I'll grab all of them, depending on how many it is, and then I will go over. So all of my skirts are up here. So now I am going to set y'all down so I can look. So I'm about to look and see which one I will be squeezing these in. That one feels kind of like something's in it. This one got a little space, but let me see. Oh, this one got a lot more space. So I will just push them right in the back. I'm having a, there we go. And then I just remember this is skirts 1, and then I'm just going to go back over to my laptop and put in skirts 1. So I'll put them in skirts 1. Typically I would just copy and paste, but since I don't have any more hands, I'm just going to type it all in. And then that's pretty much how I do it. Okay, so now that that one is empty, I like to put them in here in order. So I'm going to pick up extra smalls, mediums, and so on and so forth. And then those are all of the tops. And then right after that, I will do the same thing with all of the dresses. Again, I told you I like to do everything in categories because I feel like it just keeps everything flowing the best way. So it just makes it so much more easier, you know? Okay, so we are done with everything that's in the inventory system. So now I actually will take these items that I just put inside of my tote. These are like all the sweaters and things that belong essentially in here. So this is like a denim vest. So this probably can go back in the closet in there. But I keep all of my sweaters in these two racks. So I'm going to go ahead and put these inside of there. So we have made it to the outlet. I was lucky enough to get a spot right in the front. All right, so I've made it to my favorite place, the Goodwill Outlet. And this one is connected to a regular Goodwill store, so it's pretty nice. This was a tag that looked like it was really interesting. So that's the reason why I kind of looked more into it. But I found a lot of holes once I got pretty close to it. But I would definitely pick up that if it wasn't flawed. This one was also flawed. This would have been a great pickup. But again, I don't really mess with flawed items. I thought this was really cute for teachers, but Life is Good just does not sell that well anymore. This was going to be a new to me brand, and honestly, the quality of it was really nice, but the sell-through rate and the comps were so bad, so I ended up leaving it there, so it was unfortunate. I just felt so nostalgic looking at this book. I ended up picking it up, but for some reason, I left all of the books that I picked up for me and my son, and I went back to the same area where I was doing my like look throughs, and I couldn't find any of them. I was so sad because I found a lot of good stuff, so it was pretty disheartening. So this is the pile that I am leaving here. This is a collaboration, I believe, and it's doing okay, but it was all under $20, so I ended up leaving it. This one was not doing that well. The dresses performed the best, and that style was really ugly, so I didn't bother getting it. I noticed that I still had a pair of these left over, so I didn't even pick these ones up because I assumed that they wasn't going to perform that well. This one is oversaturated, so I ended up leaving that behind. I thought this was super cute, but the brand just is not a good brand. All right, y'all, so I am done. I ended up spending $20.28 on 12 pounds of clothes. It wasn't good, I'll be honest. And I was making sure I wasn't settling for pieces just because, like I told y'all earlier, I actually have
We're just honored that
like maybe like 2.5 days worth of items already at my house. So there's no need to settle for inventory, but I'm actually really annoyed. It's currently 12:20 right now. I feel like I could have stayed home. That's how it went. So that should be very telling. The things that I got, I probably could have missed them. I did see a few of my subscribers. One of them, she said she was finding good stuff. And I'm like, girl, you must be taking it from me, child, because I couldn't find nothing. And then I met a new subscriber. Hey, Shar. So it was nice meeting her. We briefly talked about live sales, and she was asking me would I do them. And I told her absolutely not. I may have the personality for them, but they would just take too much energy from me. And you already know, I'm damn near running on fumes just doing this. So I couldn't imagine having to do the live sale stuff. Okay, so I've since made it home. I just had lunch and I just made a second cup of coffee. Now my desk looks a little crazy because I just cleaned out my purse and I swapped them out. But I have a lot of receipts here that I need to just photograph and put into Fetch. I use them because I get points back and I end up getting a gift card to Amazon, and that's how I buy my shipping supplies. So like right now I am currently at 35.4 thousand points, which is a lot. I think that might be like a $25 gift card. I need to look into it. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all what I picked up today from the bins. Kind of like a style-based pickup. The brand is called Indigo Soul Size Medium. And this is just like a sheer, kind of like a shark bite hem. Beautiful, colorful. Beautiful, colorful. Okay, that sounded a little weird. Like tunic top. It had this really pretty like floral button to it, so I thought that would look really nice. Easy, you know, $20 flip. The next one is 𝕊𝕋𝕋. It's just a men's button down. This brand used to do a really well, and then it just kind of slowed down. So we love that when that happens, but still easy flip. Oh, I was about to rip this off. This is 𝕊𝕄𝕄𝕃. It is a like velvet burnout tank top. Just because it was ℎ𝕃 in a size extra large, I went on and grabbed it because I still think somebody would wear this at this time. A few of these pieces I'm setting aside for winter. I filmed a haul earlier this morning and I completely forgot a few items. Yeah, so I forgot a few items to put in the video, but it doesn't really matter because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do like a winter haul. So I'm gonna just show y'all. It's gonna be a couple of months, so y'all probably see it again. But this is so stinking cute. Again, I don't plan on listing these pieces until probably like September. I know some people recommend to not hold items, but people are gonna buy jackets and coats and stuff, and I did this last fall and winter and a lot of those items have sold. So it's really up to you. I feel like, you know, you could try to take everybody's advice, but at the end of the day, you know what's going to work for you and your business and what you are capable of. And I know that putting things aside for the following, you know, season still works. I think if you're hoarding like a lot, like if you are sourcing specifically, you know, out of season all the time, then that's where it would get a little crazy. But I think if you are putting pieces behind that you see in a bin or at a thrift store that you know for a fact is still going to be able to sell, then I think that it's okay to take that chance. But I'm paying $1 for these items, so I really don't mind because I do have the storage, you know. But anyways, this is a brand called Brayton, size large, and it's a corduroy jacket, and I love the Sherpa line to it. At first I thought it was like matted, but that's actually the style. And I'll be honest, if I'm small enough, by the time winter get here again, I might end up keeping this. So we gonna see, because I like that style. All right, these are a pair of women's REI shorts. This is a new to me brand. The brand is called ℍ𝕃. The sell-through rate was over 100%, so I went on and grabbed it, and they just seem to be like maybe some stretchy. This is Pink Chicken, definitely a kids bolo brand. And this is a cute little like denim chambray skirt, and it has apples all over it, very seasonally appropriate. This is Florite, size 8. It is a off-the-shoulder type of like YSL tinsel blouse with like a balloon situation. This one I'm also going to be setting aside because this colorway is very much so deep and better for the fall and winter, but it's Club Monaco. It is ℎ𝕃, and it's just like a cute little sweatshirt. Who knows, because by the time it's time for me to like list these items, I may sell it to a buy-sell trade store, so I don't know. This is a Adidas sweater. I'm gonna go ahead and list this one just because this could be a great hiking fleece jacket. But this is a medium, and Marmot sells for me pretty well, so I love to find it at the bin. This is J. Jill. This is an older tag. It is an XL petite, but it's like a corduroy style shirt. I ain't gonna lie, this this was very lackluster. This is Abercrombie & Fitch. These are just like some men linen shorts. And then the last piece was this Maeve by Anthropologie size extra large like blouse. All right, so now I will actually go into my computer, and I have a tab for inventory and system like I showed y'all earlier this morning. So I'm in the inventory part of it, and then I have tabs at the bottom, which let me show y'all. That way y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this is the inventory tab right up here. I click that, and then this one is labeled by new inventory. I don't know why that's small lettering, but new inventory, and then cost of goods, purchase date, and then bundles or sets. So I typically keep that because if it's like a set, it'll be easier for me to be able to know that this is a, you know, different price versus me selling this piece and then thinking that I only paid $1.17 when actuality I paid $2.34. So that's why I do that, and it just makes it easier. But yeah, so then I will scroll all the way down, and yeah, here we go. So the last time I went was on Friday, and I spent 108 on my inventory. So I'm going to just put everything in, and then I will always divide up how many pieces of items I got with how much I paid, and then that'll give me my cost of goods per piece. The pieces that I plan on saving for like fall and winter, I just count the number of them. I actually don't put them in the system. I guess that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. I typically only do that when I'm selling it to a buy sell trade store, but since I do plan on listing these myself, it wouldn't make any sense for me to not put them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in real quick. I typically spend under $1.20 every single time, but that's usually when I have more than 20 some pounds. But yeah, so I have these separated by months, and it's reusable. So once I get done with this for the year, I pull all of them out and just verify the numbers with what I have here and go over Amazon and everything else in my account to just make sure all of my numbers match up. And then I put a little sticky note with all of my information on, and then I put it in a separate envelope, and then I just date it for that year. But yeah, so I have that, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this on my desk. I just got my oil change. I also put my oil change and then any rent receipts and stuff like that in here for the month as well. But anyway, so these are gonna stay here until the week is over. Until the week is over. So I'm going to be going sourcing to, I'm probably going to go tomorrow. I'm going to be going sourcing for the rest of the week. So I'm going to have 3 more receipts. And I initially had a budget back in the day of $500, and I believe I bumped it up to $600 each month for new inventory. But I'll be honest with y'all. So right now, today is the 17th. I've only spent $209 on new inventory. So that's kind of telling y'all how it's been going. I'm not really one of those warriors that see a slow day at the bins and then think that, you know, I need to stay longer. Absolutely not. I'm leaving. So when I am prepping the items, I am, you know, watching Reseller's Edge. So when I'm prepping, steaming, photographing, that's collectively like a good 2 hours, maybe a little bit less now because I went down on how many I'm listing, but that's like an hour and a half that I dedicate to watching Reseller's Edge on a day. And then after I sit down to get ready to list, I catch up on all of my YouTube creators. And the only time that I watch the YouTubers that I follow for like their personal life, I watch that when I'm done with work, and then I watch them on my TV. So this is like my little, I don't know, little bin of things that I use when I am in the photographing stage. And I usually just keep all of these poly mailers. I have a whole bunch left down there, but this is what I have on hand. And then I keep like the lint roller, sweater shaver, and then all of the labels that I used to use. I kind of don't use the labels anymore if I don't need to. So now I really just use these when it's an item that doesn't have a brand on it and I'm not able to kind of show it when I put it in the packaging. Then I'll have to utilize the labels. But for the most part, I feel like it's just an additional task. So I don't really bother, you know, using it. All right. And typically during the stage, I am lint rolling, I am sweater shaving. I don't really have any sweaters, but typically I would sweater shave, and then I like to steam. So I do all the prepping all together, and once I get done with that, then I photograph. So Okay, y'all, so I finally finished all of the items that I went on and photographed. Typically at this point, I like to clear out this section here, so everything that is on there, I will go ahead and put it on a hanger, and then I'll just move this over here, and then that just kind of wraps up the workday, as well as cleaning this up. So this is just all of the remnants of the bags. Now everything has been put in the ℙ𝕃𝕇. And I pretty much just kind of like clean up shop, if you will. But it's been fun. I'll see you on the next one.